All right. I'm going to start streaming now. Streaming. I are streaming. I am streaming. Can you hear me, Seventh Flame? Hi. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Should be able to. Seems like everything's going on here. Hi, Cindy. If you can hear me. Pass the tomahawk. Hey. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes, yes. I'm going to eat some of these little robin's eggs. Dude, I'm a fat guy who loves sugar. Leave me alone. All right. My kids. It's Easter candy. Come on. Forrest, let's get this party started. Hey, when you got Easter eggs and jelly beans for Easter, yeah, good to go. I like to really freak my kids out. So I dyed my eggs yesterday and I hid them outside. I'll hide them outside tonight. Save them till next week. Nasty. Hey, Georgia. I'm so glad I turned on YouTube. Me too. Me too. Loud and clear. Grants Pass. That's where my mom lives. As a matter of fact, I'm from the Rogue Valley, man. That's where I was born. I wasn't born there, but I was raised there. My family's been there since in Ashland and Central Point area for since 56 or 57. If you'd like to, Larry, I'd love to sit down and do an interview with you sometime. You can email me at pacwestbigfoot@gmail.com. That's pacwestbigfoot@gmail.com. I'd love to sit down and just kind of hear what you have to say. I am from that area. I actually lived for a while with my mom out in the Merlin area. Yeah, so pretty cool. Good stuff. Morning, Keith. Let's see. Watching while driving around in a rock quarry. Nice, Mark. That's got to be awesome. It make it sound rocky too, because I'm eating those little robin's eggs though. I love them because they're like malted chocolate. You know, the malt, kind of like a Whopper. Yeah. Hey, Patricia. Anybody here have anything to report as of lately? Seen anything weird? Seen anything? Bigfoot? Find any tracks? Find anything? I know I won't be able to stay on as long today. We're gonna be and next Friday. I hate to say this, but hey, Pac. Hey, Houston. Um, I'm not gonna have any encounter story next week. Next Friday, it's Good Friday, and I'm not gonna do it during the week because, like I said before, um, I'm actually studying right now. Yeah, for my real estate exam here in Oregon, and it's one of the states with the hardest test, and so I've been studying, and if I do fail by chance, I'm going to take it again a week later, and you can retake whatever section you fail. You don't have to take the whole test over. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time starting today through next Wednesday cramming. And of course, Easter weekend is coming up, and it's spring break for my kids next week. So we're going to be doing a lot of soccer, and I'm going to see if we can get a little bit of fly fishing in. But for the most part, my days are filled with studying and then the holiday weekend. So I won't really be able to get to time to do too much. So I just want to say thank you guys very much for giving me a break next Friday, giving me Good Friday off for the good Lord, and I greatly appreciate that. So had two strange experiences. Nice, nice. And I'll get to some of these questions. Oh, thank you, Ivy. Thank you. Uh, Tree structures in West Palm. Nice. Brown Dwarf. You guys, welcome Brown Dwarf here. If you guys are not following him, you guys need to follow Brown Dwarf on Instagram, and he posts up a lot of really good images, not just of Bigfoot stuff, but also just images from around Northern California where he's at, traveling around there. But also, he documents a lot of stuff that he finds. Right, buddy? And I always, every time I'm seeing him on my Instagram, I'm like, I'm hearting it. I'm loving it, man. I love you. So I'm hearting it and I'm following along because he's got a lot of good evidence out there that he keeps documenting through his Instagram feed. So you can just kind of go on there and search up Brown Dwarf on Instagram and you'll see. You'll see him. Yeah, definitely follow Brown Dwarf. Keith's got it. Gotta follow Brown. And one day, Mr. Dwarf, we need to finish that blog we got set up for you so you can start documenting everything there through there, videos, imagery, and whatever whatever you're doing. That'd be great. Sharing your stories, any stories from Marble Mountain Wilderness and Denny area? No, but I do have one that they had sent me a pretty good full page kind of a deal, and it comes from a gentleman. I think he's about my age. I think. I don't know. He was a young boy. He was up from around the Deming area, I believe it is, in Washington. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Uh, let's see. Chris Jarvis, all good in the woods. Hope you're well. An old miner showed me pictures of multiple prints in Santa Margarita, California. Scrubby. Chaparral, no one has reported anything there before. Could be a migratory line that connects. Could be. Could be a migratory line. Like I said, I think that they migrate from, not from like really from, in the Pacific Northwest, I think they can go from state to state, from like, say, areas of Northern California to Oregon and Washington, British Columbia, Alaska. I think they can do that. I mean, I know they can. I mean, if they're walking, you can walk anywhere, I suppose. But I really think that they stick to general areas within the regions. And I think that they'll move from higher mountains into more coastal areas depending on the season. Following basically just following the seasons, following the food from berries to wildlife to whatever they're eating. And I think that they will follow that. So, and there was one up here I think I missed. Um, they're leaving markers behind my house. I'd like to see some pictures of that. That'd be awesome. Are we here to watch you eat Easter candy? Bye. Yes, you are. Matter of fact, enjoy. Um, let's see here. But Marble Mountain, I'd have to sift through there. Like I said, I'm working on like, gosh, 50 some odd more stories now, or short reports or pieces. Like I said, and I like to say this every time I get on here. PacWest Bigfoot, 60% of this is basically just entertainment value. Um, what I'm doing is taking these little odd bits and pieces here and there that I get from people, and I turn them into campfire like stories. And I do that because you guys enjoy them. I enjoy it. Some of you researchers out there, actually a lot of researchers out there, reaching out to me and saying, dude, when I can't get out, I listen to the stories. They're awesome because they're just fun and it's awesome and it's great. They're kind of like taking that old style, Native American storytelling, or even whenever we used to have those old radio shows, back in the days, my grandparents would tell me about. And that's kind of what I wanted to do here. So I wanted to take these based on true accounts and just turn them into that based on true campfire like stories. And so that's what I did. Um, I do interviews as far as the research side of this, or if you want to call it the real side of this, the nonfiction side of this. I do the interviews and things like that, and I'll sit down here with some live things on the first and third week of every single month. Now, today I won't have a lot of time to sit on here, but I just wanted to get out here and wish you guys a happy Easter and a happy coming spring break. Get out there, do some Bigfooting if you can, and enjoy. But that's what I do here, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. It's just it's been just over a year since I started this, and it has been growing rapidly, and it still is, and it's just been awesome and fun. And I hope this spring and summer and early fall, as you guys get out there and do some camping and stuff with your kids and stuff, bring the old PacWest Bigfoot along. Download some of this stuff. Download the videos. Play them back. Or watch the video a few times and then retell it yourself to your kids during the campfire over a campfire. You know, it's okay to scare the poop out of little boogers. Apparently, sometimes keeps them safe, keeps them close to the camp at night. So, but I just want you guys to totally enjoy PacWest Bigfoot for what it is. Just a place where we can gather. A place for all of us who are just enthusiasts, Bigfoot enthusiasts, and whether it's fiction or nonfiction or whatever, we're just enjoying the whole subject of Bigfoot. So there you go. Congrats on the growth, Dave. Thank you so very much, Patricia. Thank you for being a part of this. Happy Easter from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Green Bay. Awesome, awesome. Check out Fish Lake. Good area for potential activity. Fish Lake, Oregon? You talking about the one up here by Lake of the Woods and all that? Or are you talking about the one down where you're at? Let me know, buddy. Onion Lake also. Onion Lake. I hear a lot about Onion Lake. As a matter of fact, I think I have something brown dwarf. I don't think I've gotten close to it yet. I'm getting there, but I think I had one or two. I'll check, and if I can find them, I'll let you know what they said, or kind of copy it out, paste it, and email it to you, and give it to you if I can remember to find that. I'll see what I can do. Oklahoma City. Hey, hey. Onion Lake is on my bucket list. Nice. Maybe Onion Lake is the one that I already did. Maybe I did do something around the Onion Lake area. Could have been. Sergeant Skunk, Bible says for us to give a defense for what we have, believe in. Exactly. Paul had said that himself. Be ready to give an answer to any man who asks the faith and hope lies within you. Why don't I play that's Bigfoot? It kind of feel like copping out when we say, you prove to me that don't exist. I always tell people, it's basically the same thing. There may be more, there's a ton of evidence. Your existence proves the existence of a creator. Um, and what evidence I have seen so far myself from finding footprints and having whatever it was walk off from the back of our tent that night. Walk. Heavy footsteps walk off in the middle of nowhere. Nobody knew we were there. You couldn't be. You wouldn't be able to find us. As far as I'm concerned, there's tons of evidence out here to prove the existence of it, or at least give us something to sit there and say, hey, we believe that there is most likely some sort of North American primate running around the mountains and valleys of certain parts of the continent. And I just, I too run into people at my church sometimes who kind of banter with me. They're being nice, but they're being cynical at the same time, sometimes a little bit. And some just don't even talk about it as if it's like I'm talking about something crazy paranormal that's just not, and I'm like, no, it's I don't. Some here, even in the PacWest Bigfoot community, believe that this thing is sort of a paranormal being or thing like that. I totally believe it's just a physical being in a physical world, and it's some sort of North American primate of some kind, highly intelligent primate. That's really it. And I'm with you. And when people ask me in church, I am not embarrassed to talk about it at all. I will say, I believe. If you don't believe, that's not my issue. It was like, I saw what I saw, and I can't explain it. Now, if you can explain it to me and tell me what I saw, then I'll match that with the facts. So that's all I can do. It's all I can do. They weren't there. You don't have to believe me, okay? And I'm not expecting you to believe me in what I saw or what I experienced because you weren't there. But as a person and when you get to know me, you can sit there and go, Dave's a pretty honest guy, and he's going to tell me, the truth, and he's never let me down in that area. And so I'm going to go ahead and fall on the side that he saw what he saw, and I can't explain that away. I wasn't there, but I can't explain away what he saw. So, Estacada. Are you talking about Estacada, Oregon? If you are, that is like all Bigfoot. It's crazy Bigfoot stuff there. So, what's the email for encounters? PacWestBigfoot at gmail.com. PacWestBigfoot at gmail.com. First Ironclad. What are you doing, buddy? How you doing, young man? Good to see you here, buddy. Hope you and your family have a great, great spring break and a happy Easter. Tell your mom and dad I said hello. Bigfoot is... It's better for the Bigfoot if no one believes you. I'm sure it is. That's a good one. Keeps them safe. Oh, hey, once again, for all of you who hate it when people do stuff in a microphone. 2 more! Robin eggs. I love it. Actually, the weather was great until this week. All of a sudden, the flood has come again. And it's raining. And it's gray. And it's wonderful in the Pacific Northwest. How is it where you are? Most people aren't going to talk about their in-face ridicule, I truly believe. I'm starting to find, Linda, that more and more people are actually becoming more and more open about this. And it's not because everybody's becoming open about all kinds of other crazy stuff that I really honestly believe should be kept in their house. But this is something that, if you're ridiculing somebody for saying that there's 40 different types of genders out here because there's only 2, I get that. I don't mind ridiculing people on that. I won't ridicule them, but I'll tell you what, I will argue the point and I'll prove it. But when you're ridiculing somebody for something as in Bigfoot, or how about that little Loch Ness looking like creature they found on the beach back in Georgia yesterday? How's that for? I listened to a guy named Ken Ham. Guy is a brilliant, brilliant scientist, brilliant biologist and historian. And I'll tell you what, this guy made an excellent case on YouTube for Loch Ness. And not only that, for many dinosaurs that probably still do exist today. And I have to tell you, I'm 100% in on that. And I think ridiculing, being afraid of being ridiculed is one thing. Ridiculing is a whole nother. I'm not afraid to be ridiculed because the people who are going to ridicule me on this are just plain out stupid. And guess what? I'll tell you you're stupid. I'll call you an idiot right to your face. I have no problem doing that at all. Period. Because you weren't there. You didn't see what I saw. You didn't experience what I experienced. So you can't ridicule me at all about what I think is the cause for what I had seen or what I had experienced. See, it's okay to judge. Okay? It's just, as a Christian, we don't judge in condemnation, but we can judge. I can sit there and say, well, if you think that Bigfoot is kind of phasing back and forth from here to Mars, I'm going to question its ability to do that because in reality, as far as physics is concerned, seems kind of highly unlikely. But I will tell you this, the existence that a physical being on this planet called Bigfoot could possibly exist, there's a lot of evidence to point to it. I've had my own experience, and apart from my own experience, hearing and seeing other folks and what they've experienced, and some of the things that I have seen that, the evidence that has come forth, like what brown dwarf brings, that's enough for me to sit there and say that plausibly there is something. There's something out here that's doing this. And it seems to be exactly what people claim it to be. A Bigfoot, a Sasquatch, some sort of huge ape of some kind. So I believe. And I'm in. And I don't care if people ridicule me. Ridicule me all day. My brother's a liberal. I'm a conservative. We ridicule each other all day. But we're brothers. I still love him. And it's not that we ridicule each other. It's just we banter back and forth. And that's okay. Don't worry about people that ridicule. Don't worry about people that are going to judge you on it. I don't care about this stuff. Thing is, share it out there because all you're doing when you're sharing is you're actually helping somebody else cope, possibly, with the a reality that they've never faced before. Okay? Some people that walk away, and if you guys can agree with me on this, just hit yeah, and I'll stream through the stream. I'm sorry I'm taking over on this, but some people have a hard time coping with what they're seeing. My mom ran off screaming. She was like, I don't even know what's going on here. I hope you're on this call, Mom. Sometimes she joins in. By the way, if you can keep her in her prayers, she's been running through a lot of vertigo lately, so experiencing it. So if you could keep her in your prayers. Anyways, um, you know, there are people out here who need your voice, that need to be they just need your voice. They need to know that they're not alone here. And when you share your story, forget about the people who ridicule. Forget about the people who are going to judge. Guys, I'm a Christian. I share the good news. I am ready to give an answer for the hope that lies within me at any time. I am ready to give an answer about creation. I'm ready to give an answer about my faith. And I'm ready to give an answer about why I believe Bigfoot exists. And that neither are a fairy tale. And I don't care about the ridicule or being judged. I just don't care. Because what it's going to do is it's going to help somebody, right? I know that my story, somebody's going to go, you know what? I found some weird footprints once too, Dave. It was the weirdest looking thing I'd ever seen. Do you think it was what same, a Bigfoot of maybe what you found? And I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, did it look like this? Was it similar to this? All of a sudden you're helping somebody to better cope and better understand this part of reality that they've never faced before. And if you can agree with me, I think I don't be afraid about the people who ridicule and who sit there and go, oh, we're just going to listen to you eat bird eggs all day. Bye. I don't care about gang. I don't care about that. If you've got that kind of issue going on in your head, you've got bigger fish to fry somewhere else. Okay? Share whatever it is. Share it with the world. Share it through an interview here or anywhere. My friend William Jevning does great interviews. Got Brown Dwarf would probably love to sit down with you on the phone, chat with you a little bit about what's going on around Northern California area. My buddy, Blue Ridge Mountains, does a Blue Ridge Bigfoot. You guys can go find him, and Mike will sit down with you and listen to what you have to say. Not kidding. No ridicule, no judgment. Just some good bantering back and forth about the subject matter, because that's what we are in the end. Are you all researchers? I'm not. I wish I could go out and research a lot, but I'm a work-at-home dad. I'm building websites for people. Going into real estate. But I'll tell you what, when we're out camping on our spring breaks, we go hiking. We look for telltale signs because we believe it's a family. It's fun. I love Will's work. I love Will. Will's an awesome man. He's a brother. He's just awesome. William Jevning, if you guys haven't done it. I got his website all fixed up again. Something broke or snapped for a few weeks and we didn't know it. But it's all there now. And I actually post his content up. Another one, Monster X Radio. They've got a premium program coming out here around the first week of April. And I'll be sharing some about that. I actually put that whole system together myself, just so you know. And I wanted to share it out there because they've got Tom Suid from Washington State, who's doing Sasquatch Island podcast on there, which is, I listened to the first two podcasts myself for the fun of it. I'm hooked. I'm totally hooked on Sasquatch Island. So I'll let you guys know when it comes out. It's great. Some I believe can be Todd. Todd Evans, do you guys feel like these things are dangerous? I feel as though they are highly intelligent wild animals. Can a chimpanzee be dangerous? Extremely dangerous. So yes, they can be dangerous. I think any sort of animal that even can a dolphin be dangerous? A dolphin can be dangerous. Just ask other animals in the sea. As a matter of fact, it's not like that's unheard of for a dolphin to turn on a person. It is not unheard of. And if they did and you're in the water, watch out because they are the master of their realm. They could probably do some damage real quick. LOL. Vancouver Island, aka Sasquatch Island. That's right, Brandorf. It's awesome, man. Tom, he's got some awesome stuff going on up there. It's great. So, I got another 15 minutes here. I wish I could have stayed on longer today, but I'm trying to wrap up some website work that I have to do today for a local party rentals place. And it's actually called Occasionally Yours PartyRentals.com. So I'm just putting together a page for them. If you guys like it, let me know. Share it on your Facebook. It's pretty cool. But I got to finish up that before spring break here and taking a break. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that I wouldn't have an encounter, PacWest Bigfoot encounter story next week, next Friday, but the Friday after that I will, as usual. And I'm also looking for some more interviews. So if you afraid of being judged or ridiculed, forget that mess. PacWestBigfoot@gmail.com. I would love to sit down and interview you. I don't care if it's the briefest of moments that you've seen something. I don't care if I interview last 20 minutes. I just want to sit down, get it out here, and let other people just kind of sift through it. And because in the end, this is all about people basically. Your story, like I said, helps somebody else can help or could help somebody else um, cope with that new kind of reality that has they've been faced with, and so it's a good thing. The first time I ever talked about my stuff to an actual person who was even a bigger enthusiast than I am was William Jevning. And he told me, he asked me all kinds of different questions about the footprints and about what I heard that night behind the tent. And he told me, he's all, that is 100% without a doubt Sasquatch behavior and Sasquatch evidence. And so that really helped me. And he told me about his story growing up, the couple, times he, came across some pretty freaky things. He's come within 15 feet of two Bigfoot. 15 feet. That's from here to basic, just my front door right over here. It's like it's as long as this room. So, is there a good Bigfoot? Is a bad Bigfoot? I'm with David. I think it's temperamental Bigfoot. I think it's wild Bigfoot. I think it's instinctual. I think if you're encroaching on something like a nesting area, hunting, possibly what they call those nursery areas, when you're encroaching on their young, and I think it's just like any other animal or a person for that matter. It's dangerous for you to be there. You come around here and you start threatening my family, you're dead. I'm not even gonna give you a chance. It's pull the trigger time. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. You know. So you do that with a wild ant. What happens when you back a cougar into a corner? What do you think it's gonna do? Give you flowers? No. Kentucky, yeah. I think that there are two Bigfoot. People keep asking me about how many different species or types of Bigfoot there are out here. William Jevning, my good friend, he believes there's four types. I believe there's two. I think you have the kind of um, that kind of patty type of Bigfoot, which just because they might look a little bit different, stature, V shape, or whatever, I still think that they're hairy. They're still, no real neck. Some have a little bit of a neck. I think it's like people. A short guy like me doesn't have much of a neck, especially when I eat these robin eggs. That doesn't help. Um, Come on, somebody's got to say LOL on that one. That was just funny. Okay, yeah, make fun of the funny fat guy. But I think that there's this patty type that we have up here, and I think there's that patty type, and then I think there's kind of that really kind of mostly hairy but thinner type of skunk ape type that's more in the southerly parts, and I think that one's bigger and one's small, one's possibly thinner or everything, just because of its geography. Somebody asked me once, it's like, what about the different races of human beings? I was like, there is no other different races of human beings. There's only one race of human beings. It's the human race. That's what it is. There are different colors of human beings, and some human beings are taller, and some seem to be shorter, and some to be this. But those are all because of geography over time. How our melanin reacts to the sunlight that we get all the time. Why do I look like Casper the Ghost? I'm Irish. I live in the Pacific Northwest. My family, it's how it is. It's who I am. William Jevning, he's taller than me. He's got more neck. He gets tan. Why? Well, so he is. But I think there's two different types here. But I think they're both wild. And I think that they're both highly intelligent, however. And you can be both at the same time. Look at a chimpanzee. Wife's getting some medical around. Catch you later. Bye. Hey, keep you in our prayers. I'll keep you in my prayers there, John. No problem, no problem. Awesome. All above, good or bad. D, all above. All above, good or bad. I think they're good or bad. Yep, see skunk ape. I think skunk ape is the Bigfoot of just geography. South America up through certain parts of Central America, and up into the southern parts of the United States. I think skunk ape is there, and I think as you get northward, you start running into a different type. You have chimpanzees in the valley, and then you've got billy apes up in the mountains, and so I think it runs kind of like that. So I've never heard of anyone seeing a Bigfoot in Norway. I actually have. As a matter of fact, I've had people here say, "Oh, dude, I'm from Norway, Dave." I've had a few people say we've found prints. Someone has told me they have seen one. So there you go. I have never heard anybody heard me. They've never told me they've seen one in Ireland, and then Hawaii or anything like that. But but I do think that there are, you know, and no, this isn't an empty mug. It's my Sasquatch coffee mug. There you go. I'm wearing the Sasquatch coffee stuff today because it's just good stuff. Listening from Mississippi. Hey, but I got about 5 more minutes on here, and then I gotta get back to studying. I gotta get back to finishing up that website. But I just want to say thank you guys so very much for this last just over a year now of being here on the old PacWest Bigfoot. And you guys have just been awesome. Thank you for watching the videos before you listen to the stories all the way through, because that goes to help support needy children. Mine. Um, actually helps to kind of cover the cost of me being here and running a website and all that. And so does the shop, so does the store. And I'm not going to turn this into a commercial or anything, but you can get these cool little hoodies and coffee mugs and whatever from PacWest Bigfoot over there. So grab one. Um, you don't have to retract anything here, Ironclad. Uh, I will talk to you later, though, buddy. If you have to go, that's cool. Um, 101, Wayland 101. Just be safe out there. I have to go. Thanks, Dave. Yes, I have to go as well. Want to say thank you guys so very much. Brown Dwarf, you are that amazing, my friend. That amazing. I'm following. I am listening. I am. Uh, Period. I'm out there and I'm watching what you're doing, and I absolutely love it. And it's really helping me to open up my eyes more when I'm out with my kids out there and we're looking around at things. You're actually helping me to kind of be a little bit more observational while I'm out there. So it's really awesome. So thank you, man. You ought to do on your blog, do training sessions on how to go out there and find sign, what sign is, what sign isn't, and really start peeling through that. I think it'd be a great idea and it'd be really helpful to all of us. So just an idea though. Love your stories. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. I'm just part of the noise out here, I guess. Thank you, Brown. Thank you, buddy. Wishing you and your family a happy Easter also. And yep, so that's what I want to say real quick. God bless you guys. From the bottom of my heart, happy Easter. If you are not a believer here, that is okay. I love you, and I'm going to tell you right now, Jesus loves you. Get out there, take a look. It's kind of like the Bigfoot thing. Don't make any judgments until you've read the whole story and have seen the evidence. Period. I am. I'm turning that around on you right now. Seek out the evidence first before you make a judgment. Period. Okay? Awesome. All right. That'll get you going. Anyways, from the Bigfoot in the PacWest Bigfoot world, thank you guys very much for being on here. First Friday of April, I will be on here, and I think I want to talk a little bit about. I think I want to talk a little bit about the physical makeup of Bigfoot, if that's okay. Muscles, no neck versus neck, why the difference is, teeth, hands, just mass. I want to talk a little bit about that, and I think it'd be a great idea. Okay? So we'll talk a little bit about physical makeup of Bigfoot on the first Friday of April. So I will see you on the other side of spring. All right? God bless you guys, and I will talk to you then.